Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary Rules Editor for the NCAA. And today we're continuing our series of training videos for 2025, and we're going to be featuring game action from Week 13. Now, I'd personally like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving as we go into rivalry weekend and playoffs. And congratulations to all those that were selected to work playoffs in FCS, D2, and D3. That's big. Now, a couple things I want to say as we head into this. First, our game management skills are so important this weekend. We have to deliver. We got to stay in every play. We've got to manage our games. Be on top of it. Don't let our games get out of control. Be a presence with the players, great communicators, and that'll get us through. Also, I have a disclaimer for this video. We've got a couple targeting plays on it, but our targeting numbers are down for the season. In FBS, we're averaging 0.13 targeting fouls enforced in every game. That's one targeting foul in every 7.5 games. And in FCS, one targeting foul in every 10 games. So that's a great trend for our game. With that, let's get on into our video. Our first play this week, we're late in the fourth quarter. The quarterback drops back in the pocket. He's under pressure. He moves away, and then he gets the ball out to his receiver. It's complete, but he stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. But we have a flag down by our center judge in the backfield for targeting. Now, as we go back and take a look at the blocking, we see that the left guard and left tackle, they double team a defender. They knock the defender to the ground, and then number 71 is going to go and block the defender while he's down on the ground. Now, we know that when a player's on the ground, they're considered defenseless. And the block by number 71, we see him launch and lead with his head, and there's forcible contact to the head of this defenseless opponent. So all the elements of targeting are there, and number 71 is disqualified for targeting. And since this was a second-half foul, number 71 will have to sit out the first half of his team's next game, which is an FCS playoff game. This was a good pickup by our center judge, staying alert to all the action around them. Well done. Play two, and I understand no one wants to talk about or see an inadvertent whistle, but we always talk about excellent whistle control, and that's not just a concept. We need to focus on that. Now here we've got a 3rd and 11 situation, and the quarterback takes the snap. A blitzer comes in free. The quarterback scrambles back and out to the right and throws a desperation pass, and we get a whistle by our referee putting the quarterback down, but the pass is going to be caught just behind the line, and the receiver makes a great run and gets a first down. Now, as we go back and take a look at the replay, we can see that the quarterback was clearly not down when he released the pass. Now, the crew comes in and discusses the situation, and we're going to get an announcement by our referee.
There was an inadvertent whistle during the play. By rule, the down will be replayed. 3rd down.
Now, as we work to reset the ball, replay comes in and stops the game to review to see if the quarterback was down or not. And we know that they can, if the quarterback was up, give the catch. But I think good judgment here by replay just to uphold the ruling on the field, as the catch for a loss of yardage would have penalized the offense even further. So the whistle did come out while the ball was in the air during the pass. So by rule, the ball is returned to the previous spot and the down is repeated. This is a difficult situation handled properly by the crew, but let's make sure we know the ball is dead before we blow the whistle. Play 3, we're late in the first half, and the offense has 4th and 17 at the plus 26, and they're going to line up to kick a field goal. Now, the kick is away. It hits the left upright, bounces back, and is no good. But we have 3 flags down on the defensive side of the ball for leaping. Now, as we go back and see the defender, he's about 4 yards downfield. He runs forward and leaps and is dumped over on his head. Now, we know by rule, if you're lined up in a stationary position within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage at the snap, it's not a foul for leaping. But as this player runs forward, he leaps, he goes through the plane above the frame of the body of an opponent, it is a foul. And we see 23 clearly is over the frame of the body of the snapper. And so this is a player safety rule for all field goals and extra points. Good job to get the flags down. And the penalty We know the yardage here didn't give the offense a first down, but this personal foul obviously carries an automatic first down for the offense. So good judgment here. Good to have 3 flags down. It sells the call. Well done. Play 4, and we're going to lighten the mood a little bit here. We have a problem with the current set of chains. They're broken. And we're going to see a chain crew member. He takes off down the sideline to go to get the backup set because we're going to have to replace the current set with this backup set. Now, the chain crew goes immediately to the backups. Then they're hustling the old chains out. There's no hesitation. We're going to swap the old for the new. We get excellent hustle by the chain crew member getting the new set back up the sideline and in play. And then the other chain crew member, once he gets the old ones out, he's headed back up. And by the time he arrives, we're back and set up and ready to go. And I timed this from the beginning of the process to when we had the new chains set up back and ready to go. It was less than 1 minute. That is excellent work by this chain crew. And as a reminder to our entire on-field crew, make sure we thank our chain crew members. They do a great job for us. They're an extension of us, and many times they can bail us out of a tough situation, but certainly their efficiency helps us keep our games moving. So let's continue to do a great job in the pregame meeting with our chain crew. And referee, as you're doing your walk around, make sure you go by, look every chain crew member in the eye, shake their hand, and thank them for their great work. This is really a good job by this chain crew. Play 5, we get a handoff up the middle. There's a hard hit by the defense for a short gain, and there are no flags on the field. But replay's going to come in, and they're going to stop the game to review the tackle for potential targeting. Now, our first view is from behind the offense. The ball carrier is not defenseless, so we know only a crown of the helmet hit, a 9-1-3, is in play here. Now, we see that the tackler, he lowers his head, lowers his eyes, he leads with the head and attacks, and it's a suspected crown of the helmet hit, but we can't really see the contact by the helmet. But you can identify that there's an indicator of targeting here. Now, our next view is the end zone camera behind the defense, and you can clearly see number 13, he lowers his head, and we can confirm the hit is with the crown of the helmet, and it is definitely forcible. So replay initiates the targeting foul from the booth, and number 13 is disqualified. Now, these are tough plays on the field, and replay does a good job here of identifying this hit and putting the foul on. But on the field, let's continue to be alert on all of our player safety fouls. Play 6, and we're looking at the game's opening kickoff, and we must be ready. And from the all-22 view, we identify an up-back on the near side of the field, and at kickoff, he's going to make a beeline for a kicking team player, and then he blindsides that player with forcible contact. He really just blows him up. Now, we get a flag down from our center judge for an illegal blindside block on the play. That's a good alert and a correct call. Now, as we look at the replays, we've talked about the kickoff play, and we have to do our job on player safety fouls, especially with illegal blindside blocks and double team blocks. Those type blocks, taking them out of the game, has helped make our kickoff a safer play in our game. The injury rate now is below that of a regular scrimmage down, but we have to continue to do our job on all kickoffs and be ready from the opening kickoff to get the marker down when there's a player safety issue on the field. Play 7, the offense is down by 4 points. There are 9 seconds remaining in the game, and they're snapping from the plus 13 in the center of the field. The game is truly on the line, and we must be at our best and be ready to make that gut call. Now, we're going to get a throw into the end zone, and we're going to get 2 flags down, and we get a good announcement from our referee.
Pass interference, defense, number 10. The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball being placed at the 2-yard line.
Now, as we go back and take a look at the replay, we see that the defender, he grabs the receiver and restricts his opportunity to catch the pass. This is a correct call and one of the toughest moments in the game. This is well done, and it's great to have both the side judge and the back judge down on this. Now, we get a great call, but we get an incorrect penalty enforcement. Remember, that when the ball is snapped on or inside the Team B's 17-yard line and outside the 2-yard line, and the spot of the foul is on or inside the 2-yard line, it was in the end zone here, the penalty from the previous spot shall place the ball at the 2-yard line, a first down. And that's important to note, from the previous spot. And as we look at the spot for the next play, we're at the 2-yard line, but we should be in the middle of the field, and we're on the left hash. That enforcement is critical, as it could affect the next play call, and if it were a field goal try, it would even be more critical. So let's stay focused in our critical situations. A great call here. Let's make sure we follow through with an excellent penalty enforcement. Our last play this week is 3rd and 1, and the offense brings in number 58 into the backfield, but maybe 58 is going to be a decoy. Now, the quarterback takes the snap. He pitches forward to motion man number 4, who in turn is going to pitch to number 7 on the reverse, and number 7 is going to turn the corner, and then he's going to go the distance for a touchdown. Now, as we go back and take a look at the play and we check on the legality of the play, we know that the first pitch forward to number 4 is considered a completed forward pass, and then the second forward pitch on the play to number 7 is also considered a forward pass. And we know by rule, a forward pass is illegal if it is the second forward pass during the same down. So the pass from number 4 to number 7 is the second forward pass during the down and is considered an illegal forward pass. So we know the offense will be penalized 5 yards back from the spot of that second pass where the pass was released from. That's the illegal forward pass, and the penalty includes loss of down. Well, that's it for our plays this week, and let's use these plays in our pregame conference to start discussions on how we all get better. That's so important. Now, we're headed to a huge weekend of games, so we have to be at our best. Quality fouls, make it be there, nothing technical. Let's be good dead ball officials in rivalry games. That's so important. Let's do a great job of communicating with the coaches, the players, and our other officials. Let's always use our winning words, and we have to display our integrity, courage, and poise throughout the day. And above all things, let's keep hustling. Now, again, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and best of luck in your games.